Oh, my interview. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, the keys. Kids, God. Oh my God. Hurry. Come on. Let's go. Move on! What you doing? Being late. Move on, dear. There is the space! Really important. Oh my God. All right. Yes. The morning late because of traffic and it was really difficult for coming here. So sorry.
This is a cutlet de cabeza. This is a professional, so I'm sorry, but I'm not going to come in. Please, you know, opportunity. Sorry, it's 12 minutes late.
Tijuana, the city which is recognized by its border between Mexico and the United States. It has a big population, but it suffers from a big problem: the traffic. Every day, thousands of cars drive through the streets of Tijuana, because it is a big city in which everyone is trying to get a place at the same time.
At what time do you usually drive to work or school?
At 6.
At what time do you usually go to school or work?
At 6 o'clock.
At 6 in the morning.
The border with the United States doesn't help, because you could pass by car and stay there for hours, making super large lines of cars that get in the way of cars in the city. We used to have more than 400,000 cars, but today we estimate that we have over 900,000 cars. Have you noticed the increase of traffic in the last months?
I do. The traffic is more intense than the last month, and that starts traffic.
Another of the main reasons is infrastructure, like the streets that sometimes aren't well planned, because you could find some big avenues that only have 2 lines, But we cannot responsabilize entirely the society, because the reason why most of the people have cars is because there is not public transport like trains, metrobus, or trams. Although there are some vans, they are not big enough to move the 2 million people that live in Tijuana.
Do you know someone who uses public transportation?
No,
Well, I don't know people that use public transportation.
Another example are the traffic lights, because they often don't work as they should. They are not well planned or they don't function because they are not unsynchronized, creating confusion. Also, some streets are incompletely or are in constant repair, making it difficult for drivers and sometimes avoiding passing for some streets to avoid bad pavement. But it's not just the streets themselves. There are simply too many cars on the road. As Tijuana grows, more people need cars to travel from work to home. With so many people trying to get to the same place at once, especially in areas near the border of offices. Tijuana first was planned as a small city, but through the last years it has been increasing and growing. The crashes are another important component of the traffic. When we are driving, it is common to see people fighting because some cars just did something wrong or they are just distracted. This causes crashes, and this not only affects the traffic closing streets, it also affects the life of the drivers, passengers, and even people from the outside who might be affected. So to avoid traffic and save people's life, please drive with caution.
Have you ever been in a car crash?
no, but I think that people in Tijuana, they could have accidents because of traffic.
It will depend on how big was the accident or the problem. If it's not like too big, probably it will be like an hour and a half.
We can avoid traffic by leaving the house or the place earlier, but this will only assure us to be on time, not to avoid traffic.
What have you done to avoid traffic?
Well, sometimes I used to turn on Google Maps.
Everyone can follow rules and signals.
But the real solution is very complicated, because you will need to redesign all the streets by making them wider and in the most efficient way. And using public transportation may not be an option for some people because in Mexico, and especially in Tijuana, they are very insecure because of the violence in them.
In conclusion, Tijuana has a lot of traffic because of the border with the United States. We can see streets with a lot of cars and that they are not always well planned. Traffic is worse in the morning or in the evening when people are going to their work or school. There are also some cars that don't follow the rules, so you should calculate time and drive safe.